Hello mathematicians, puzzlers, and other curious people. In this video, we're looking at another question from the Math 0325 second test review guide, and this one is also about box plots, but in this case, instead of reading a box plot that we're given, we're going to make a box plot from a data set. Now, I don't know what this data set is from, but we have the numbers 6, 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 14, 16, 16, and 20. So to start with, we know our minimum is going to be 6, so we'll draw a line there. 6 will be between 5 and 7, logically. So there's our minimum. We also need to plot our maximum. That'll be 20. Again, that'll be up here between 19 and 21. I'm going to make that a little bit closer to 21 to try to get it even. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm trying. So now I need to find the median, and that's going to be a little bit trickier, but we're going to just work in from both sides. So I see I've got several numbers here, so I'm going to go in by 3 on each side. And I've still got several, so I'll go in by another 3 on each side. And now that left me with only 1. So that tells me the median is at 11. Okay, so here was my median, and I'm going to need to keep that marked because I'll need it for something in a moment. But I'll move these marks away. If I were doing this on paper, of course, I would just use an eraser. You might be wondering why this second row of green and blue marks here is longer when it was supposed to be the same number of numbers I was crossing out. 2-digit numbers rather than 1-digit numbers. So now to find that first quartile, that's going to be the median of the lower, smaller half of the data set. So I'll come in from the sides, and that brings me down to 2 things, 8 and 8. Well, if I split an 8 and an 8 down the middle, that's just an 8. So when they're the same number, you don't really have to do anything else. Whoops, that's slanted. Better. Still wobbly, but better. And then for the third quartile, throw off 2. We could do 1 of each and then another of each and so on, but we get to the same place by going in slightly bigger groups because that just lets us go back and forth fewer times. Okay, 14 and 16, split it down the middle is 15. We can also use the formula where we add those together and then divide by 2 to split that down the middle. Let's see, 14 and 16 is 30. So 30 divided by 2 would be 15. Either way, we get 15. So there's our third quartile. Okay, so now we've got the marks on here to represent the 5-number summary. Now all we need to do is, with those middle 3 marks, draw the box, and then out to the minimum and the maximum, draw horizontal lines. And those are often referred to as the whiskers, and that's why this can also be referred to as a box and whisker plot.